Today we are going to discuss about the various charts present in our LED vision drum. The first we have is the Landlord C chart. The Landlord C, also known as Landlord ring, Landlord broken ring or Japanese vision test. It is a standardized symbol used for testing vision. The Landlord C consists of a ring that has a gap, thus looking similar to the letter C. The gap can be at various positions, usually right, left, bottom and top, and at 45-degree position in between. The task of tested person is to decide on which side the gap is. The size of the letter and its gap are reduced until the subjects make the specified rate of errors. The next we have is the Thumbling E chart. An E chart is also known as Thumbling E chart and is used by optometrists to measure visual acuity. This chart is usually for patients who are unable to read the latent alphabets, for example, very young children or illiterate people. It is also used in countries where people do not use the alphabets in their native language. It contains rows of the letter E in various kinds of rotations. The patient is asked to state whether the opening of the letter are pointing up, down, left, right. Depending upon how far the patient can read, his or her visual acuity is quantified. It works on the same principle as Snellen's distant vision chart. The next we have is the alphabet chart. Alphabet chart is also used to check the visual acuity of the patient in certain chronic conditions. When patients come in regular interval of time for the measurement of visual acuity, they learn the letters and patterns of the chart. So this chart is used as an alternate chart in place of Snellen's chart for the purpose of visual acuity, so that an optometrist can measure the right visual acuity and the patient does not misguide in measurement of visual acuity. The next we have numeric chart. Numeric chart is also used to measure visual acuity, but it contains number at the place of alphabets. It contains different numeric digits which help to measure visual acuity. This can be used for the patient who are unable to read alphabet chart but can read the digits and numbers. It can also be used as an alternate chart for regular patient so that patient does not misguide in measurement of visual acuity. The next chart we have is the Snellen's chart. A Snellen chart is an eye chart that can be used to measure visual acuity. Snellen charts are named after the Dutch ophthalmologist Herman Snellen, who developed the chart in 1862. The normal Snellen chart is printed with 11 lines of block letters. The first line consists of one very large letter which may be one of several letters. Subsequent rows has increasing number of letters that decrease in size. A person taking the test covers one eye from 6 meters or 20 feet away and read aloud the letters of each row, beginning at the top. The smallest row that can be read accurately indicates the visual acuity in that specific eye. The standard chart distance is 6 meters and normal visual acuity is designated by 6 by 6 vision. The next chart we have is a Logmar chart. A Logmar chart is a chart consists of rows of letters that is used by optometrists and vision scientists to estimate visual acuity. The chart was developed at the National Vision Research Institute of Australia in 1976 and is designed to enable a more accurate estimate of visual acuity than do other charts like Snellen. For this reason, the Logmar chart is recommended particularly in research. In Logmar vision chart, vision is scored with reference to logarithms of the minimum angle of resolution. Each line of Logmar chart comprises the same number of test letters. Letter size from line to line varies logarithmically, as does the spacing between lines are used. It is mainly used for low vision patient, and low vision defined as a best corrected visual acuity worse than 0.5 logmar but equal or better than 1.3 logmar in the better eye. The next chart we have is the contrast sensitivity chart. It is most widely used device to test contrast sensitivity is Pillai-Rapson contrast sensitivity chart. This chart tests your ability to detect letters that are gradually less contrasted with the white background. As your eyes move down the chart, the Pillai-Rapson chart consists of horizontal lines of capital letters, but instead of the letters getting smaller or each successive line, it is the contrast of the letters that can decrease with each line. The testing is done while you wear your eyeglasses or contact lens if you require vision correction. The evaluation of eye disease contrast sensitivity is usually tested on each eye individually. The next chart we have is dot chart. A dot chart is used for patients who cannot read or write. The patient which are totally illiterate as well as they are physically handicapped for hearing and speaking, like deaf and dumb. It contains dot present in boxes. The patient have to count then and tell the number of dots present in the boxes, and according to the lines and boxes, a patient can read or tell the right number of dots is the best measure visual acuity. The next chart we have is the peripheral vision chart. Peripheral vision chart is used to check the peripheral vision of the patient. In this chart, we give the central target to the patient and ask him or her to read the peripheral letters without changing the fixation. And the number of letters and the smaller letters present in periphery he or she can read is how better the peripheral vision is it. It is performed monocularly than binocularly. And if the patient wears glasses for distance, the test should be done with fully optical corrected vision. The next we have is astigmatic fan. The fan and block test is used to determine the axis and magnitude of astigmatism. It determines the presence of any astigmatism and its principal axis. The fan block test consists of series of radiating lines spaced at 10 degree, 15 degree and 30 degree interval and arranged after the manner of rays of rising sun. There is a central panel carrying a V and two sets of mutually perpendicular lines. The V and block simultaneously can be rotated through 180 degree. The patient should be fogged with no cylindrical lens in phoropter or trial frame. Ask the patient which line is blackest, sharpest and clearest. We can also add the one which look as if it were printed with more ink in it. The object is for patient to identify in terms of clock position the meridian which is least blurred. The next we have Watford dot test. Watford dot test. The patient wears goggles with red lens in front of the right eye and green lens in front of the left eye and view a box with 4 lights, 1 red, 2 green and 1 white. Interpretations is, if the patient sees all the 4 lights in the absence of manifest squint, he or she has normal binocular single vision. In abnormal retinal correspondence, the patient sees 4 lights even in the presence of a manifest squint. When the patient sees only 2 red lights, it indicates left suppression. If the patient sees only 3 green lights, he or she has right suppression. When he or she sees 3 green lights and 2 red lights alternately, it indicates presence of alternating suppression. If the patient sees 5 lights, 2 red and 3 green, he or she has diplopia. The next we have is red-green filter. It is also known as geochrome test. Ask the patient, are the rings, letters or dots clear and blacker on the red side or on the green side, or they are the same. If the letters or rings on the green are clearer, add plus power needed to obtain balance. If the rings on the red look clearer, add minus power and obtain balance. If more than plus or minus 0.5 diopter spherical is required to balance, this usually indicated the geochrome test is not reliable for this patient and should be ignored. It is commonly used to refine the final sphere in refraction, which makes use of the chromatic aberrations of the eye. The next we have Ishihara's chart. The Ishihara test is a color perception test for red-green color deficiencies. The test consists of a number of colored plates called Ishihara plates, each of which contain a circle of dots appearing randomized in color and size. Within the pattern are dots which form a number or shape clearly visible to those with normal color vision and invisible or difficult to see to those with a red-green color vision defect. Other plates are designed to reveal numbers only to those with a red-green color vision deficiency and be invisible to those with normal red-green color vision. The full test consists of 38 plates, but the existence of a severe deficiency is usually apparent after only a few plates.